Live stream. Why did it have to be a live stream? Okay, we're not going there this time. Wow, we're a little higher, lower frame rate this time around. Hopefully this is okay. Hey guys, what's up? It's BigJackFilms here. Welcome to another live stream. I hope this is catching up. Is this the good frame rate? I'm not 100%. I don't know if it's because of the Wi-Fi or anything like that. I hope it's pretty good. So, yeah, welcome to this live stream. Let me know if there's any problems. Thank you. This is not even the cosplay. This is just me putting on a little thing. Indiana Jackie. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Indy. Or hello, Huey. Good to see ya. Yeah, I've got my Indy cosplay on because we got some things to open up today. So, welcome to another live stream. Thank you guys so much. I'm sorry this one's on Thursday. I usually do them Wednesdays. But today I had to make up for yesterday, so I'm doing one today. But don't worry, there's going to be a video tomorrow. So that's all good. So, a bit of stuff's been happening lately this week. We've been working on a few videos, which is good. We're getting production ready to go. We're going to start shooting a lot of stuff in the spring. And on top of that, I pretty much got the new King Kong review edited, like the review portion. The only thing I'm waiting for is a few more cameos and a few more things to add to it, and there will be a post-credit scene at the end of the episode, so I'm going to be working hard on that this weekend and hopefully getting that shit done, which is fantastic. So that's happening. That's going to be coming up soon. Tomorrow you're going to be seeing a new a new reaction video, and it won't be essentially what goes on like usual. It's not going to be a Thomas the Tank Engine reaction. It's going to be something a little different, but it's something I think you guys are going to enjoy. So that's been happening. On top of that, I've got a few cons coming up if you guys want to come see me. In March, I will be at Toronto Comic Con from March 19th to the 21st. Or I think it's the 22nd. I can't remember off the top of my head. But it's during the March break. It'll be at the Toronto Convention Center in downtown. I'll be there for all 3 days. And yes, I will be cosplaying Indiana Jones. And I also will be cosplaying Clint Eastwood from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So those are my plans. And what's great about doing that cosplay is I actually get to use the hat. The same fucking hat. I bought this at Party City for like 20 bucks. Great deal. So, that's happening. On top of that, we're just finally getting back to work and everything, which is fantastic. Yeah, I saw the camera test for the Batman. I'm looking forward to it. I think Robert Pattinson's going to do a good job. So, other than that, things are pretty chill. Things are pretty easygoing. I actually went out partying Tuesday, so I just got back yesterday, and I'm exhausted, so that's all fun and dandy. But I do want to, before we get started on our opening or our little mail things we got some mail this time, guys. I do want to talk about some shoutouts I want to give out to a few people who have been very supportive of the channel and some that could really use some help. The first being HEWY TOONMORE. Link down below to his Patreon, guys. He really wants to get back into reviewing stuff, and we want to help him out however we can. So if you guys can, please go check out his Patreon and go help him out. Donate whatever you can. I think he would really appreciate it because he does want to we want to see his reviews come back up. Second person we want to give a shout out to is STARLYNNFAY. You can go follow her Patreon, or I don't know, not Patreon. You can go follow her Twitter and her Instagram accounts. She's a fantastic talent. She's actually from a couple ways away from me, which is pretty cool. But if you guys want to go check her out, go support her. And last but not least, somebody who's actually, she's not been doing her best lately, so we want to help her out. And that being Looney Chi Bunny Cosplay. She is one of our biggest supporters. She's a really good friend of ours. Guys, please go subscribe to her. I want to at least get her to 100 subs. So at least I know people are interested in her content, because she's been a little low lately. And we want to help her out however we can. So please, guys, link down below. Go to Looney Chi Bunny's YouTube channel. She could really use the help. Please go subscribe. Tell her I sent you. And I honestly would really appreciate that, guys, if you guys could go support her, because we have over 6,200 subscribers here on our channel, but we want to now actually try to get more help the lower people, like the people who are kind of starting up on YouTube. So, guys, go subscribe to Looney Chi Bunny. Let's try to get her to at least 100 subscribers, so at least it knows it's working and she can keep making content. Please do me that favor. Aside from that, you can go check us out on Patreon. Just $1 more will get you early access to all of our content, as well as early special features. Right now we're doing the Inuyasha vlogs, and we got a few other things coming up, so definitely look forward to that. We have a couple of goals we want to have set. We've already reached our first goal, which is getting a new vinyl banner so we can attend cons and shit and have a table. But our next big goal, we want to go to G-Fest this year. So if you guys want to go help us out, go check out our Patreon and go support us there. Any help is appreciated to get us to G-Fest, because we want to go meet you guys again, which is fantastic. So there's that. And other than that, if you guys have any questions, of course, well, we'll get to the mailing address in a sec. But we have packaging and new stuff we bought and shit, which is fantastic. So let's get to it. We have some mail. We have some Amazon orders. Let's go. So the first thing I do want to point out is, so I found this guy today at Value Village, and I was just like, oh my god, I forgot they made these. So, as you guys know, one of my favorite dinosaur toy brands was the Primal Rage, or one of my favorite video games on the Super Nintendo is Primal Rage. Fucking love that game. Great game. How it has not made a comeback since, I have no idea. If you guys want to see me review Primal Rage, go check out my King Kong video games episode. But I was at Value Village, and I saw this guy, and I'm like, I kind of want him. He was like $3, and that, of course, being, I forget what his name is. You guys can tell me in the comments. I got the big figure of this raptor guy from Primal Rage. This guy's actually really cool. Now, they do make smaller figures, but this is part of the Big Figs line. I know they have, like one of the T-Rex's names is Sauron, which is really cool, but this is the raptor. And I can't remember what his name is. I cannot remember what his name is. That's one thing I did want to bring up. Actually, breaking news. They started shooting Jurassic World 3, a.k.a. Jurassic Park 6, in Vancouver. It is technically the first Jurassic Park film shot in Canada. Finally. And funny enough, so they just started shooting. Chris Pratt announced it on Ellen DeGeneres. There's already a location shooting going on in the woods in the islands in Vancouver. But something else actually happened recently. Talon. Thank you, HEWY TOONMORE. This is Talon. What's really cool, very quickly, you can actually make him swallow little figures, and he's got a little thing here. You can poop him out. You can poop out you can get raptor poop. But anyway, he's kind of used, but he is kind of cool. I just figured it happened. It is rubber skin, so it is very much on par with the Jurassic Park toys. But anyway, so yeah, they're filming that, but something actually came out today that I discovered. There was a leaked plot synopsis for Jurassic World 3, and it wasn't supposed to be released until they basically opened up at the licensing expo in about a month or two or something, right? Well, the plot leaked. Like, not like the full plot, but just the plot synopsis, so the kind of shit you see on IMDb. So, if you guys don't want to be spoilers, a little bit minor spoilers, do not listen right now. You can mute this chat and, I don't know, come back in like 5 minutes. So, apparently the plot of Jurassic World 3, or Jurassic Park 6, or as I think they're calling it Jurassic World New Era, I would much rather go with Jurassic World Extinction, because Chris Pratt actually announced this is going to be the last one. This is going to be the last one. And that will bring up something I'm going to bring up in the next bit. So, Chris Pratt's announced it's going to be the last one, so it's the end game, so they're bringing in all the cast members from the first film. I would have liked to see Giuliano more. Would have liked to see, William H. Macy and Téa Leoni. I'd like to see the whole group back. But anyway, so, the plot of Jurassic World 3, obviously the dinosaurs pretty much we're now in a coexistence with dinosaurs. It's Planet of the Apes, but Planet of the Dinosaurs. But that's a totally different movie. In fact, it is right here. It is in no way Planet of the Dinosaurs, just so you know. But what's happening in this film is that apparently some dino poachers, so obviously there's some people hunting dinosaurs for game, understandable, so you gotta be like Roland Temple in The Lost World. It's like, where are you going, Mr. Temple? To collect my fee, Mr. Murdoch, to collect my fee. Oh, you're breaking your heart. Saddle up. Let's get this memorable feast on the way. Well, I love him in that movie. But anyway, so they are some dino poachers, and there's some people, hunting dinosaurs, buying dinosaurs, using them as weapons, experiments, whatever. Genetic power is all over the place. So, it turns out that some dino poachers, my guess is they were after Blue. And then Maisie got caught in the middle of it, but the poachers are actually more interested in Maisie. So the little girl from the last film is coming back. And so Owen and Claire have to go find her. I think they're bringing along Blue, maybe. I don't know. It's going to be some sort of like, it's going to be like, I think Sean GTs were born like this. It's going to be Commando, but with Jurassic Park. I'm like, okay, I can deal with this. So they come across this habitat area surrounded by dinosaurs that is run by a global organization that may turn out to be more sinister. So they're evil. We're using dinosaurs to take over the world. You know, that kind of shit. But it turns out 2 other people are investigating this current event, and they meet up with Owen and Claire at the same time. That, of course, being Dr. Ellie Sattler, and, of course, the always reliable Alan! Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler, looks like they might have gotten back together. Maybe this will retcon Jurassic Park 3, I hope. And they are researching what's going on. They meet up with Owen and Claire, and obviously shit hits the fan. So here's what I'm assuming what's going to happen in this next installment. One of the things I had a big issue with Fallen Kingdom is that the twist with Maisie just came out of nowhere. And it felt like a reshoot, because I'm still under the assumption the original twist was that the Indoraptor was to have human DNA, and that's why it follows human commands. And that's why, you know, obviously the Chinese, the Russians, the North Koreans, they want this thing as a weapon. You know, so they can, like, use dinosaurs for for soldiers on the ground. However, unfortunately, I feel like Universal, because they had just signed a deal with Mattel, they told J.A. Bayona, the director, this is too fucked up, you need to change this, reshoot the movie. So they took out any mention of the Indoraptor being part human, and, you know, replaced it with Maisie. Now, technically, they can retcon this. Maybe they could say the Indoraptor, the real documents behind it were kept hidden and classified. Maybe have a little scene where the paper says Indoraptor, part human, a little Easter egg so people get it. But also, my theory is that they're going to pretty much fix the twist with Maisie and make it actually important. My theory is that Maisie's actually more important than she knows she is. You know, it's like you have no idea what she is. I feel like when Lockwood cloned his daughter, because that's the twist in the film, spoilers, maybe a little bit of dino DNA kind of spilt into the tube. So I'm thinking she might be part dinosaur. That would be fucking amazing. So it's not only the fact that she becomes essentially the missing link between humans and dinosaurs in that kind of 65 million year gap, but maybe she becomes the next step in the human evolution, combining dinosaurs and humans together as sort of this, you know, more intelligent creature and more intelligent humans. So she becomes essentially a superhuman, so the bad guys want to use that to make super soldiers. So we're going full Nazi science experiments to create super soldiers, and that's what I've been wanting. I said that to my guys in a chat. I said this very sarcastically, and I said this really hilarious, like kind of like the Cinema Snob would. I want my human dino fuck babies, goddammit! Make that a t-shirt. I'm okay with that. I'm really okay. They could maybe do Alien Resurrection, but actually do it right, where, you know, you have these human dino hybrids. Like, I think, you know, what's the next step, guys? Where do you go from all that we've been through? Where do you go? I know people are like, I don't want human dinosaurs. Like, it's pretty much the next step in this franchise to go that route, but not too much. Not too much. Keep the dinosaurs as the main focus, but have that as sort of a twist element, a really freak accident. Maybe that's why Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler are there. You know, they got word from Malcolm that the genetic power has now been unleashed, so anything's possible. I think that's where they should go with this, is that we get to see these human dino hybrid things at the very end of the film. We focus on the dinosaurs, but we save that twist till the end. And now I know the title is rumored to be New Era. I want it to be Extinction for one reason. For those who have seen Beneath the Planet of the Apes, What happens at the end? To quote Patrick, and everyone died. The end. I kind of want to see that happen. Everybody dies. Everybody's dead, either in an infection or a disease. I don't know, put the coronavirus in there somewhere. Make that part of the plot. You want to be relevant in today's topics, make that a thing. But I just want to see both humans and dinosaurs everybody dies, and then maybe the human-dino hybrids are the next evolution. Go crazy. Go crazy with this at this point. No, don't do the meteor thing. Billions of years ago, dinosaurs ruled the Earth. And then the meteor struck. Goodbye, dinosaurs. But what if the dinosaurs weren't actually all destroyed? What if the impact of that meteor caused a parallel dimension that caused the dinosaurs to survive? Hey, what if they brought them back? This whole franchise was a big prequel to fuck the Super Mario Brothers movie. Now, I think really that the plot I'm actually okay with. I'm okay with it as long as Universal doesn't pull any of the twists because of toy sales. And you know what? The T-Rex should make a final stand. And let her pass. I see, now you can do it. You couldn't do it in 3, but now you could do it. So that's what I kind of want to see happen. And then if this is to be the last one and Universal still wants to make more of these, I've said this, Sean said this, Nick Jackson has said this, reboot it. Complete reboot. No connections, nothing. You redo the first movie, but there's a twist to it. You don't call it Jurassic Park. You call it Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park. The reason for that, you can finally do an adaptation of the novel Justice. And you can give it the It treatment. Make it darker. Make it scarier. That's one of the things the sequels have been missing is the scare factor. Nothing's really been scary since the first one, except for parts of 3. I really want them to go back to that. So what you do is you take Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park, Michael Crichton's Lost World, you split them into 2 movies each, and there's a 4-movie deal right there. I'd say that's where they should go with the franchise, is just do an experimental redo, but make it more like the book. Because I've read the first book. The first book's fantastic. But you can go that hard R. Hell, you can update the dinosaurs to today's scientific accuracy. So now all the feathered dinosaur fans are going to be happy. So that's what I hope happens with this next with the Jurassic Park franchise. I really want them to kind of redo it, but make it more based on the novel. Give it the It treatment. I think that's what we need. I don't care about the Mulan movie, Jordan, because it's sponsored by Communist China. I ain't supporting that. I'm sorry. So with that said, maybe answer a few questions until we get to our next on opening. So yeah, I'm not going to see that Mulan movie. Doesn't look that good anyway. I was with it at first because Disney didn't put their grubby hands on it and China had it, but then it turns out everybody running it was, supported by, they support Communist China. They support the killing of people in Hong Kong. Fuck that. All right. Anyway, so package number 2. I'm watching clips from X-Men 2000. Oh, cool. I've never been an X-Men fan. What about a TV miniseries Jurassic Park? Maybe, but I heard Netflix is doing a TV series in between. That's gonna be like the short film Battle of Bit Rock. I'm okay with that. So, moving on to package number 2. I'm trying to remember where the fuck. Oh, it's back here. There's a couple things here. So I ordered one thing again, another Value Village find. But also an Amazon purchase recently. Actually, I ordered it Tuesday, and it came in today. Great shipping. So the first one being a book I'm actually going to read over the summer, because it's going to prep for the season finale. But also it's going to be a good prop. Because the season finale, for those who don't know, is of the movie adaptation of this book. Ready Player One. Pick this up at Value Village. good deal. I've been wanting to read the book for a while because I thoroughly enjoyed the film, and that will be our season finale, is taking a look at the film adaptation by Steven Spielberg. But I want to read the book. I heard it's interesting. Like, I know because apparently in the film they had obviously the Iron Giant fight Mechagodzilla, which was awesome. However, the problem is that the original version, I believe, of the battle scene with the Iron Giant Mechagodzilla, the Iron Giant was originally Ultraman. But unfortunately, they couldn't get the rights to Ultraman from Toei. So instead, they went with the Iron Giant, which was a property Warner Brothers already had. So there's that. Ready. So I got the book. I'm looking forward to reading that. I do want to see the Sonic movie, but I want to see that with a couple of my gaming friends because they could probably talk about it more than I can. But I want to see it. I will spoil myself a little bit, and I heard the opening music to the Sonic movie and the cinematic version of the Sega logo. Okay, I'm kind of sold just for that alone. Sega! Like, it sounded so, like, epic from when I heard it. I'm like, okay, I'll give this movie a shot. If Sega is willing to give this movie a shot and put some financing in it, I'm sold. In fact, I want to see a whole Sega-matic universe. The Sega-matic universe. There you go. That would be a franchise on its own. You can do Sonic, you can do whatever else they have. I would love that. Hell, are they doing another Resident Evil? That's Sega, right? I'm not too sure if that's Capcom or Sega. I can't remember, but you could do so much with it and make something out of it. Masked Rider. So anyway, next up thing, Capcom. Okay, so Capcom, maybe they could work with Sega. I don't know, get a Mega Man movie going. Yeah, they're gonna be doing putting out a new console. Yeah, I mean, hell, if Sega can compete with Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony, they'd have a shot. I think people would be okay with that. What about a rematch of Team Rocket Spyro Jurassic World 3? I think we need to give up on that idea, guys. As much as we want it, it's not going to happen. Unless they've been... this organization in the film has kept the Spinosaurus in their facility and Rexy and them do battle. Only way. So anyway. So Amazon package number 2. Or whatever. So, picked this up. Bought it off Amazon. Came with the package as well. Now I've been collecting the big versions of these. I have Inuyasha, the big mangas, volume 3. 3 mangas in one. These are really nice reproductions of the original manga created by Rumiko Takahashi. Beautiful illustrations. Great stuff here. Been really reading these for source material as I'm doing the Inuyasha vlogs to kind of compare it to the manga. So picked this up for about $10 off Amazon. Good find. There's that. Finally, so given I am cosplaying Indiana Jones for Toronto Comic-Con, which you guys can come check us out there, as well as Anime North, and link down below if you want to get tickets. Obviously for Indiana Jones, what is his primary weapon? Aside from his hat and his gun. I think you guys know the answer to this. What's his primary weapon? When a problem comes along, you must whip it. Whenever it can be found, you must whip it. Whip it. I can't do it. Whip it good. There we go. Bought a actual functioning bullwhip. Brown cattle hide bullwhip off Amazon. Now, this is something I've always wanted for a costume or whatever. And what's really great about this is because when I was a kid, my grandfather at his place, he had a bullwhip, and I would always use it. And since then, getting my own bullwhips for Zorro or whatever, I always got the shitty costume versions that don't last ever. They never last. And they're fucking made terribly. So I figured, screw it. If I'm doing Indiana Jones, I'm getting a legit bullwhip. So this was about $55 off Amazon. It's an 8-foot bullwhip. I fucking love this thing. I've been practicing it. It cracks really, really hard. I'm actually going to try this here. Hang on. Let me see if I can get this. Shit. Almost. Ow. Ow. Alright, hang on. Woo! Yep. This, oh, you heard that? There we go. You can hear that crack almost. I got a really high crack, around fucking, outside a while ago. So, there's the bullwhip from my Indiana Jones. The entire costume is done. I will be premiering it at Toronto Comic-Con during the March break if you guys want to see me there. I will most likely not be whipping this around inside because I don't want to get in trouble, so I will most likely have it on my side attached to my belt. But there it is. It's beautiful. If you want one, go. I have the jacket. If you want it, go check it out on Amazon. They're $55. Shipping, if you have Amazon Prime, is free. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful whip. But yeah, I freaking love this thing for indie. This is going to be amazing. One more. I'm going to get one more and then we'll move on. Fuck. 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 Got it. Alright. I never stop until I get the crack. That sounded so wrong. Okay, so with that said... Oh! Wait. We have one more package. We have mail! So, we have mail. Friend of mine's been wanting to see this for a while. This comes to us from our buddy, one of our YouTube friends, one of our runners on our website, BigJackFilms.com, from Matthew B. Lamont, from Boston, Massachusetts. He's been a huge supporter. Guys, go check him out. He's on our channel friends list. He did a wonderful documentary called Hail to the King, a king named Kong, which goes through the whole history of Kong. It's fantastic. He just did an extended cut. Go check him out. Look him up. He's not on YouTube anymore, given some problems, but he is on BitChute. Guys, go check him out. He'd really appreciate it. So, he sent us a little mail here, so we're just going to open this fucker up, and he sealed it tight. I feel like I need to whip the fucking thing, just like that. Oh my god. Alright, let's see what we got here. Just gonna slightly open it. It's like, it's Asterix! Alright, what do we got? Is there anything in here? Nope. Okay. So there is a letter of appreciation here, I guess. I don't know. Let's see here. Damn, Molly. My calculations are correct. Oh, just kidding. Alright. Friday, February 7th, 2020. So it was the day after my birthday. Thank you, Matt. Dear Big Jack Films, how you doing? I hope you're having a great time with your projects and videos. I'm here to tell you some jokes and facts. I like my jokes. And I like my facts, so this might help me. So let's see. Facts. Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown, and Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown, and Don't Come Back, 1980, got promoted on a game show, The Price is Right, and struggled in the box office due to Star Wars and The Empire Strikes Back. Is that right? Did they come back and did they go on at the same release as Star Wars? That's like putting two Chipmunks movies out at the same day as Star Wars. Wait, well, they did one. But really, those two movies flopped because of Star Wars. That's hilarious. Actually, I have seen Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown. I think that's like probably my favorite film in that series. I have yet to see the Peanuts movie, but I want to. I just haven't seen it yet. But, yeah, like, I remember watching it on Cartoon Network's Cartoon Theater presents Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown, starting Friday at 7:30 on Cartoon Network. I used to watch Cartoon Network all the time in the States, so, I remember they always used to premiere that. It was a good movie. Although I remember only the rap where it was like, do something, Charlie Brown. I was a Charlie Brown fan as a kid, what can I say? But, wow, they failed because of Star Wars. Odd. Maybe if Charlie Brown shot, or maybe if Charlie shot first with the football with fucking Lucy, it actually would have made sense. There's your moneymaker. Fact number 2. The giant King Kong robot in 1976 remake was made out of Argentinian horsehairs. I knew that, Matthew. The horsehairs are unfortunately why the thing did not last long. There are a couple of facts leading up to that. I think it's because it was cheaper. And what's funny is that the Rick Baker suit was actually made out of bear skin, bear fur. And for some reason, if you looked at it on its own, it would look awful, but because of the lighting and cinematography, they actually achieved in making it look good. And that's due to Richard H. Klein's work. But what's really cool is that, yeah, the Argentinian horse hairs of Kong. And then after production wrapped, they took some of those hairs and made it a promotional item. So you could actually get keychains of Kong's hair during the release. And they are on eBay occasionally. I do want to get one. If anybody wants to get me one, let me know. If you guys happen to get a keychain with Kong's fur from the 76 and you want to give it to me as a gift, go ahead. I ain't going to complain. Let's see. Well, fact number 3. Well, Toronto had a studio that dubbed various animes into English for English-speaking countries like America, England, and Australia. They also dubbed foreign films in Europe. So, for those who don't know, one of the big voice recording studios here in Toronto or Mississauga was Deke Entertainment. They dubbed did a lot of recordings for things like Care Bears, Inspector Gadget, Captain Planet. I believe were all done here in Toronto. And the big one being Sailor Moon. And they also did Samurai Pizza Cats. But I don't remember Samurai Pizza Cats. But they did those main ones. And Sailor Moon was all dubbed here in Toronto. And I know that because I know all the voice actors. They're local, which is really cool. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, he goes on to say, one of them, in my opinion, is Yeti. You think they dubbed Yeti in Toronto? Wouldn't surprise me. Morgan Honeycutt, the head of Honeycutt Enterprises, is perhaps the voice of Mike Maggie, who voiced the rich and mean Aardvark City Sneer in the 80s Canadian cartoon Raccoons. Huh. That's actually kind of funny. That's actually really funny. Huh. Well, did he voice anything else, Matt? Let me know. Let's see. The raccoon. Fact number 4. The Raccoons is going to be 40th anniversary this year. God, I'm fucking old. Because it's the Christmas special that started at all Christmas Raccoons, 1980. The series was 35 this year. Interesting. I didn't know that. I do know a really good friend of mine, Susan Roman, really great voice actor, was in the Raccoons, and she was also the voice of Sailor Jupiter on Sailor Moon. She's a really nice lady, really great to talk to, really good friend. She's awesome. Let's see here. Carol Barnes, who voiced Professor Bond in the King Kong show, is the voice of Schnapper and the dog in Raccoons. Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty cool. The Triceratops and Ceratosaurus fight from 1 million years BC was featured in Reading Rainbow episode Digging Up Dinosaurs. I've seen a lot of clips from 1 million years BC as a kid. In fact, I can tell you the very first film or thing I ever saw them in. Well, I can't really get it right now because it's in the back of all these fucking tapes. Let me see if I can dig it out here. Oh, here it is. The very first thing I ever saw of 1 million years BC that pretty much made it one of my favorite dinosaur movies of all time was on this VHS, this really old VHS called Jurassic Giants, Dinosaurs and More, that was made by, what's the company? UAV Corporation. I don't know where exactly they were located, in Charlotte, North Carolina. This was pretty much my first dinosaur documentary I ever saw. It still holds up pretty well. But, the majority of stuff they used is from 1 million years BC. And I'll say this, the dinosaurs in 1 million years BC are probably the most photorealistic, even more so than Jurassic Park, because they're all in front of the camera, real locations. Well, so when I see that fight between the Triceratops and Ceratosaurus, it's just fucking amazing. Like, that's a realistic dinosaur fight. And it just goes back to Harryhausen's incredible work on that film. So that's pretty cool. My aunt and uncle are in North Carolina, actually. Or South. I can't remember if it's South or North. I can't remember. Arthur Hayward, who worked as a sculptor for the London Museum of Natural History, ding, if you don't get that reference, sculpted the creatures for Ray from 1960 to 1969. The reason why he split up with Ray was that Arthur got arrogant and said that he animated the monsters in 1 million years BC and the Valley of Guanji. Really? No way. Maybe it was like they worked together and he didn't get enough pay as much as Harryhausen, I understand. No, it can't be. I mean, he sculpted them, maybe, but I don't think he animated them. I could make him a sculptor, but not animator. You can't touch Ray. Wow, some really good facts there. Thank you so much, Matthew. Really great. Jokes. Okay, I feel like that Jontron joke. I have another funny joke for you. Jokes. Do you guys want me to tell the jokes in Yoda's voice?
Oh, do them in Yoda's voice, I will.
I just love fucking the Yoda puppet that's gone viral.
Okay, YouTube commenters, I have another funny joke for you. How do you sleep with a pierced eyeball? With great difficulty.
I don't get that
one. What is a gorilla's favorite martial art? Kung Fu!
These are, oh my god. Top 5 penis specials you'll never see. It's the Loch Ness Monster, Charlie Brown. They did that. Here's looking at you, Charlie Brown. They do Casablanca. Charlie Brown doing Casablanca. Oh my god! Are the Nazis all the teacher going off screen? Like they're saying you won't leave Casablanca alive. And so it's off screen. It's Ramadan, Charlie. It's Ramadan, Charlie. Stop! Oh my god! I ain't going there! I ain't going... Fuck! Oh. Lucy in the sky with footballs. That's what Peter Griffin did when he kicked her. Yeah, apparently there was a Charlie Brown Casablanca special here called Here's Looking at You, Charlie Brown. Here's looking at you. No. Here. Yeah, you gotta get the fedora. You had to get the fedora and get all black and white and be like, it's like, look, Charlie, if you don't get on that plane with the flying ace Snoopy, you'll never make it. We'll never see each other again. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon for the rest of your life. Here's looking at you, Charlie Brown. Of all the films and all the cartoons and all the world, she had to rip off mine. Maybe that's a movie I'll take a look at someday. I know they're not real. Okay, they're fake. So okay, I guess they're meant to be essentially spoofs, like jokes. Okay. Stop! No! Oh my god! MTV Cribs, BigJackFilms. Like this could be Peter. Oh my god! Oh my god! Peter, help me with these visas. No, Charlie, help! Charlie Brown. BigJackFilms, would you call a new Sega system if they asked to come up with a name? New Sega system. I would call it Sega Jupiter. I don't know why. It's the Bionic baseball player, Charlie Brown. Is that like a Terminator spoof? Sounds hilarious. That sounds like a movie I would make. Oh! No! Why, Matt? Why? Oh my god. No! Oh! Oh no! No! Oh no, Matt! Stop! Stop! I can't even read it out loud, the last one. Charlie Brown has a great confidence of revolution. god! Oh, no, no! You want to do a Die Hard spoof? Yippee-ki-yay, Charlie Brown! It's Linus Gruber! It's Linus Gruber! Oh no! Oh no, indeed! Fucking, who would be the cop? I can't remember what the fucking black kid's name is in Charlie Brown. Yippee-ki-yay, Charlie Brown! And when he says motherfucker, it's like, yip. It's like, yippee-ki-yay! Wah, wah, wah. Mother, wah, wah. Fucking. He's just fucking. It's like, I shot Woodstock. So the last title, Charlie Brown, the Great Dictator. God damn it. Oh, they just play the Christmas, what Christmas is all about with Linus Seth. Oh my god. This is hilarious. The last Woodstock went to Woodstock, Charlie Brown. They all get high. It's the coronavirus, Charlie Brown. No! No! They ate Snoopy and they all died sick. I love Big Lebowski. That's a great movie. Oh, there we go. I'm the dude, Charlie Brown. You know what? Can Charlie Brown just go the route of Alvin and the Chipmunks, go to the movies, and then just do nothing but movie parodies? I will pay for that. Use the Force, Charlie Brown. It's the Star Wars. I'm gonna blow up the Ark, Charlie Brown. No, there it is. They do Raiders of the Lost Ark. They get a bazooka. I'm gonna blow up the Ark, Charlie Brown. It's a trap, Charlie Brown. That's the Return of the Jedi. Yeah, it's the end of days, Charlie Brown. It's going to Charlie Brown. No, it's Snoop. It's Woodstockzilla. But. Oh my god! Butt cheeks and rainbows, Charlie. Oh god! Charlie Brown and the Peanuts. Cheech and Chong go be Charlie Brown. It's Thanos, Charlie. It's like, and I am Charlie. It's it's your mama, Charlie Brown. Oh fuck. No, that's the Mario spoof. It's a me, Charlie Brown. No. And then the end of the crossover of all crossovers. Caillou versus Charlie Brown. Oh my god. And they just butt their bald heads together. When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker, Charlie Brown? No. I'll tell you what you get. You get what you fucking deserve, Charlie Brown. You get what you fucking deserve, Charlie Brown. Just take any movie line and just put it at the end, Charlie Brown. Say hello to my little friend, Charlie Brown. The nth wonder of the world, King Kong, Charlie. No. It was Beauty that killed the Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown, the Time Warp. Great Scott, Charlie Brown. Okay. How do we get... Oh my god. Fucking Charlie Brown, man. So this was the last one. We went on a tide raid there.
I'm Batman.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight, Charlie Brown? He's like, what? Ready for my close-up? It's 50 Shades of Snoopy, Charlie Brown. Okay. So, the last title is called... Snoopy's getting neutered, Charlie Brown. Snoopy's getting neutered, Charlie Brown. Oh, surprise, motherfucker. Charlie Brown. Oh, hi, Charlie Brown. The safe word is cute. No! Stop! Y'all gonna break me! I'm ready for my close-up, Charlie Brown. When you introduce me, how can you just be a blockhead? I'm just going to the comments. Why so serious, Charlie Brown? Lucy got what she fucking deserved. The same. Poor Snoopy. Oh, fuck. Jesus. Why so serious? You're a rotten bastard. Oh my god. Oh my god. We went on a fucking episode there. Oh, fuck. My stomach hurts. Okay. Have a happy belated birthday, and may these facts be good use for your project. Matthew B. Lamet, the other King Kong kid. Thank you so much, Lamet. Stay cool, Charlie Brown. It's Charlie Brown and the Chocolate Factory. Oh my god, it's the... Oh no. Can somebody just send me, like, artwork of all these movie posters of, like, famous movies, but it's Charlie Brown? Please, that will be hilarious. Just a series of famous movie posters with Charlie Brown. You shall not pass, Charlie Brown. It's Lord of the Rings. My precious Charlie Brown, and then the third one. I can't carry it for you, but I can carry you, Charlie Brown. The passport is swordfish. I didn't even get that one. You betrayed Shiva, Charlie Brown. No, I think that's... He's giving Charlie Brown a whooping, and he's like, you betrayed Shiva, Charlie Brown. I am your father, Charlie Brown. Welcome to Jurassic Park, Charlie Brown. A man has fallen into a river in Lego City, Charlie Brown! Oh no, my God. We're gonna need a bigger boat, Charlie Brown. We're gonna need a bigger blanket. Oh, fuck. Dawn of Charlie Brown versus Snoopy. Dawn of good grief. I am an edible. Oh. Yeah! Okay, so I'm really... I just changed up... No! You guys are gonna kill me! 5 Nights at... No! I am Spartacus. I am Snoopy. I'm Spartacus. Oh my God. I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plate, Charlie Brown. This is Spartacus. Oh, fuck. Okay, so I'm pissed at America right now because they're showing the original King Kong in theaters and we ain't getting it here in the States, or here in Canada, which I'm pissed off about. Ah, it sucks. Fuck. I'm gonna get medieval on your ass, Charlie Brown. Oh my god! No! No! And Charlie Brown is Bruce Willis in Pulp Fiction. No! 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 Oh, fuck. Oh, God. I'll get you, my Charlie Brown, and your little Snoopy, too. Follow the yellow brick road, Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown is a bald-headed kid with a yellow shirt. And he keeps missing the football. Stop. Stop. Hello, my name is Charlie Brown. No, hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die, Charlie Brown. No one should terrorize your neighborhood. Oh my god. No. Dark Wolf. The Philadelphia of Charlie Brown. I have AIDS, Charlie Brown. Just that's the movie pick. Oh fucking no. Oh, what's a good line from the first Sam Raimi? What's the most memorable line in this first Spider-Man movie, guys? What's the most memorable line? No, I got it. You serious, Charlie Brown? That would be the movie. That would be the movie right there. You serious, Charlie? Follow the cold shivers down your spine. It's pizza time! Yes! Pizza time, Charlie Brown! Oh my god. Oh, fuck. We're having a field day on this one, aren't we, guys? Okay. Whew. So yeah, they're not showing the original King Kong here in Canada, which I'm really pissed off about. I would go to the States, but I doubt nobody wants to go with me. We already did that one, Ike. These are the faces of evil Charlie Brown. We'll meet again, Charlie Brown. See, the possibilities are endless. Okay, let's keep going on this stuff. Stop. Okay. So, moving on. Let's answer a few questions. If you guys want to answer some questions, ask some questions about the show, about Kong, whatever, let's keep it topical. I don't want to really do requests this time, so let's keep it kind of topical, and I'll fire a few away. Would you see a crossover Jurassic World and Godzilla? No. No, I wouldn't want that. I want to see the Sonic movie with a couple of buddies. I want to see it with a couple of my gaming friends, especially Bradley. Where's the rent, Charlie Brown? You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door, Charlie Brown. Well, it's funny, Comic 76 versus Jaws, because that was a competition for about a couple of months before Star Wars came out in magazines and everything. I know there's a specific magazine that has Jaws swimming through pretty much a flood in New York, and Kong's on the top of the Empire State Building kind of making that happen. I know Dino De Laurentiis at some point wanted to do a King Kong versus Orca movie. And that's something I actually do want to talk about, just very briefly as a little mini episode. But, yeah, I don't know. We kind of got that in Ape, the Korean film. So I don't know if Jaws is going to win that one. Sorry, guys. So there's that. And actually, by the way, guys, again, if you guys want to get a VHS copy of our movie. It's $5 plus shipping. And you just send us a message and we'll send you our PayPal. Unless we can find a way to get our PayPal to be public so you guys can donate to us, that'd be good too. When are you going to show the rest of your DVD collection? Not this time, David. Maybe next time. Maybe. Okay. King Kong versus the Toxic Avenger. No versus, guys. No versus questions. Let's keep it about, like, do you guys have any questions about the show as we get to our next set of videos, like our next set of reviews? If you have any questions, let me know. Do a food corner and hot dogs. I already did that. It's in my Blue Jays episode. And I don't know if I'm ever going to... I'm debating if I want to bring that back. Okay, we're kind of done with the Charlie Brown jokes, guys. We're kind of done. Let's keep the questions to about the show. Gonna review any King Kong comics. I had plans to do the history of books on Kong, so maybe sometime down the road I may look at some. I have a couple of the comics. Fire and Ice. I don't know what that is. Inuyasha on YouTube. The vlogs, they're gonna be released weekly. I'm gonna have a trailer for the next episode every Monday, and the vlogs every Tuesday. It's just a jump to the left. I don't know what you mean, Huey. I don't know what that means. More reviews like your Waterworld one, please. Okay, funny enough, the first set of Jurassic Park reviews and Waterworld, believe it or not, guys, were actually not scripted. A lot of that was just improv. Believe it or not. Now, while I have fun with improv, you sometimes repeat yourself, so I don't want to kind of go through that again. But maybe someday I'll do another one of those. I think those might be a little easier reviews to do. But who knows? I do prefer my scripted reviews, but I do want to kind of do stuff in between. I do want to maybe talk about the potential of a sequel to Waterworld, or maybe review the attraction at Universal Hollywood, because I love Waterworld. Ever seen Rock and Roll? No. Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, Huey. Excited for Halloween Kills. Yeah, I really enjoyed the last one, so... But you know what it is? I'm going to have my doubts. I'm going to go in with low expectations, because what happens every time they do a second sequel to a reboot of Halloween? It sucks. They did that with Halloween 4, then they did Halloween 5, and it sucked. They did Halloween H2O. It was great. Halloween Resurrection. It sucked. Then Rob Zombie's Halloween. Great. Halloween 2, Rob Zombie, sucked. So I am going to go in with very low expectations on Halloween Kills. I have not seen Heavy Metal. That is on my to-do list to kind of watch just for the hell of it. I probably want to watch that a little bit buzzed. It's one of those kind of movies. So, but yeah, like, again, questions about the show. Let's keep about the show. Holy shit, we're getting questions up the ass. Fritz the Cat? Don't know if I'll ever watch that. Can I review Schindler's List? I pawed the mule on that. Maybe someday. Where do you rank Jaws? Probably in my top 5 favorite films of all time. Thought about watching any playthroughs of Batman Arkham games. I've never played any of the Batman Arkham games. Not on my list of things to do. There will be a game review this year. You can guarantee that. And it'll be on my #1 favorite video game of all time. And you're gonna... the answer will surprise you. Rank Mask of Zorro. It's a good childhood movie. It's a good movie for my youth. What character would you like to see in the MCU or MonsterVerse? I want to see a live-action Into the Spider-Verse with Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland, and here's what you do. You do the Three Musketeers story, but with the 3 Spider-Men. And your D'Artagnan, Miles Morales. That's what I would like to see. MonsterVerse, I want to see Guy Gam. Ever reviewed David Flinky's Cat Kong? Is that the book? That is on my to-do list on the King Kong Books episode. Favorite Rankin Bass film? The Last Unicorn. Hands down. But yeah, let's keep, I want to hear any questions about the show. Anything at all. Bring back Jet Jaguar. I kind of want that, but the way I want it is kind of ridiculous, where he takes off his mask and it's Bryan Cranston. 20th anniversary of Lord of the Rings. That is on my to-do list for sure. I mean, I do have a few ideas of what I want to do after the end of this season. The first part of the next season will be a big Kong-related thing. I want to talk about Lord of the Rings. I want to talk about the Terminator movies. That's been on our to-do list for a while. I have not watched Beast Morphers HEWY, but I know it's good. What made me want to create BigJackFilms? You mean the channel or the show in general? Like the show in general. I think I'll start with the channel. So I launched BigJackFilms in September, November 2007. Long time ago. And it was right when I started high school, around my second year. I just started high school. I was, it was right at the time a lot of changes were happening. And I just did it as a thing. My first set of videos were little crappy Lego movies on the old Lego Studios program. And back then I was using computers on Windows XP and Windows 7 or Windows Vista. I can't remember. It was mostly Windows XP. And we were using computer from the schools, and then I was using my own home computer. But I used to use Windows XP. So I started there. But when I was creating my YouTube channel, I had a hard time figuring out what to call it. Because you gotta remember, BigJackFilms didn't start until 2006. I didn't have an official studio name. And the way it came about was I want to say maybe March or April 2007. I had lost my grandfather due to a second stroke. He had a stroke before, and then he had a second one, and then he just gave up. And for all my whole life, my grandfather was also named Jack. So when I was a little kid, a little wee boy, he was called Big Jack, and I was called Little Jack. So when he passed away, I pretty much took up that mantle. So if you guys want to know where the name BigJackFilms comes from, especially the Big Jack part, it's actually named after my grandfather. So when you hear that name, you don't just hear my character. That's my grandfather. That is my dedication to my grandfather. So if you're wondering where the name came from in terms of the channel, it originated from there. In terms of the show, it really was just for the longest time doing videos for a while. I would always just, that's my greeting. Hey guys, it's BigJackFilms here. And it just kind of came, from there, and it just went from there on since the Kong reviews. I used to do little reviews here and there, like vlog reviews, updates on things while I was shooting Kong. So I saw, I think one of my first reviews was Battle of Los Angeles. Well, not really. Before that, I used to do a set of mini reviews in 2009 on Windows Movie Maker. Oh, God. Oh, the horrors of that. My first movie review was actually Dragon Ball Evolution when it came out, and I gave it a positive review. I also reviewed Earth. I reviewed the reboot of Star Trek. I reviewed a lot at the time. And I didn't get into doing reviews until maybe around 2013, actually. Because that's when I started really doing the Kong reviews. And originally, this channel was not the original BigJackFilms channel. This was the bonus channel for all the old school fans. This was the bonus channel, and the reason I created it was because I wanted something where I could talk about stuff and avoid copyright issues. This was back when copyright was still a big of a problem. So I'd have my channel for my original content, and then this bonus channel for my review content, so I could do copyright shit. But as this channel actually became bigger than the other channel, the original channel, we decided our success is more here, so let's move everything over here. And that's what we've essentially done, is move everything over here, which was a great move on my part. And I think around the 10th anniversary is when we wanted to do that. So that was around 2017 we started moving shit here. So basically, before the show really started, it was mini short movie reviews of only about 1 minute to 2 minutes long. I used to do vlog reviews. I used to do one of my first vlog reviews was Battle LA and Three Musketeers 2011, which was easily one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. I hate Paul W.S. Anderson or whatever the fuck his name is. I hate his movies. And having only seen one, which was Three Musketeers, will not look at those Resident Evil movies. Never even grew up with the game, so fuck that shit. Really don't like the guy. I think he makes really terrible films. So, Three Musketeers was enough to say I'm never touching what this guy's made with a 39.5-foot pole, as the Grinch would say. Can't fucking do it. Because Three Musketeers was one of the worst movie experiences I've ever seen in my life. I actually wanted to watch. I actually was hoping. I tried to get my money back, but it was too late and I got pissed off. So, basically, the show started with the Kong reviews. And I just wrote those on my spare time because I wanted to pad out something while I was shooting my film. While I was shooting my film, I needed something to kind of, pad the time. So I did that, and that turned out to be hugely successful. And I think it actually gained much more of an interest in my fan film. So, for me, it was just kind of started from there. And as the Kong reviews, the first wave, which was basically 33 to the Chipmunks episode, I was having a good time. But as they kept going, I couldn't keep up and I was getting a little exhausted. So I needed a break, so I decided to try other things. So I tried, essentially, the origins of opening night was, the origins of the opening nights were me doing vlog reviews. My first one being Snow White and the Huntsman, like a legit one. That was using the really old shitty logo. And they're not in canon. They're not in canon with the show. Those are just separate things I did. So, reviewed that, reviewed a few other things, but then my first real non-Kong review was, I believe, Jack the Giant Slayer, which I actually had a fun time watching. I still watch that movie again. I'm like, oh, it still holds up. It's a good movie. And then I also reviewed Oz the Great and Powerful, but that took about a year to get off the ground because I just kind of gave up on reviews at some point. I wasn't having fun with that, and then I kind of came back. My interests kind of come back and forth. I'm trying to have a pattern with that. So then I did season 2 of the Kong reviews, so Mighty Joe Young all the way to Confrontation, and that was at Universal Studios Florida because I was filming it at the time. So it just sort of spiraled into sort of its own thing. And for me, I think once I started knowing my show was getting really good and people were paying attention and liking my opinion, I thought, okay, now that there's a bit of an audience for this, why don't I try to spin it a little bit and tell stories I've always wanted to tell? So a lot of the plots of, our evil forces, our dimensional portals and stuff like that really sprung from old stories I used to write for myself when I was maybe 10 or 12 years old. And I've had these kept in storage in these little notepads. In fact, do I have those? Let me check here. I think I might have those notes. We're going back, guys. We're going back. This is going back. I get to show you guys kind of the origins. This would make a good documentary. Where the fuck are they? Okay. Can't find them at the moment. Are they in here? Are they under here? Okay, well, shit. Wait. No, that's not it. Fuck. Okay. Well, maybe someday I'll show you guys that. But basically, there's a whole boxed file of all my old stories I used to write in notebooks. And they were kind of the origins of it. BigJackFilms begins. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll show you guys that someday. But they kind of sprung from there, telling this. The origins of it were essentially this. I think the original concept for me was just this grand battle, and it's not just endgame level. It's beyond endgame. It's what would fucking what would Gary Oldman say? Bring in everyone. What do you mean everyone? Everyone. That was the origin. We had everybody in this battle scene, and it was something I kind of wanted to do for the long. I wrote some stuff in high school, and it never really finished, right? So, I think, what happened was, and then I started doing, oh my god, Thomas, leave me alone, I gotta kind of do some stuff. Anyway, so, sorry, I was just answering some messages there. So anyway, basically, what's interesting is that, I was trying to get this concept off the ground, this grand, massive crossover battle. And obviously I wrote some stuff down. I wrote some scripts here and there. But really it started, I'd say, around 2011 or 2012. I can't remember. Then this is a good story. So I was at Fan Expo with a couple of buddies that were working on Kong, so we figured, let's go check this out, this Fan Expo. And at the time, we were really into a lot of stuff going on at the time of the website, That Guy with the Glasses, and they had done, honestly, the brawl, the massive brawl they did. They did Suburban Nights, and we were really into that kind of big brawl stuff. So I figured, let's do that, but with cosplayers. So we printed out a bunch of flyers, and we handed them out to people at the con, and we said, meet us here in the hall at like around 3 o'clock or something, and we're going to do this big flash mob. So we got a couple of cosplayers, and I think it was a total of about, I want to say maybe 30 people. And we just had them split off, and then we would just charge like Braveheart, and we had them fighting, and we had Brett on the camera. And actually, it's funny, in the bloopers, the outtakes, you hear Brett going, and here's the epic charge, there's the guy with the sword, he's kicking ass, it's great. So I edited it together, and I had it out, I think, by November of that year, and it was called, a video that's still on my old channel, The Ontario Cosplay Wars. After that first one became a bit of a hit, I did a second one, and then I did a third one, and I did a fourth one. And it actually became an event I would run at a bunch of cons for fucking maybe about 2 or 3 years of just doing these battles, because I figured I'll just make cool videos out of them, just big cosplay fights. And at the time, we were using really shitty cameras. We only had one digital camera, and then we had a couple other cameras. And we just kind of made it up as we went along. We just kind of made up stuff. We would come up with skits and stuff, and it was a bit of a mess. And actually, I still have maybe about 2 years worth of battles that I've yet to edit. So, and one of them was our biggest one at Con Bravo, where we had over 100 people, where we had almost 100 people. Have yet to edit that. So, as I was doing my show at the same time during this time, I guess around 2016, 2007, no, it was 2017, is where I decided, let's make a plot out of this show. Let's really change the direction of it. And so far, I've been really enjoying it. I've been really enjoying the concept of it. I think it actually sprung around 2016, when we did the Space Jam review, the Felix the Cat review, and the Spice Girls review, where we wanted to, have me be kind of a nostalgia critic-esque character. But what was really cool about it is that if I had a problem, I'd go to a character, like an anime character, an animated character that would get help, to come up with a joke. And that was kind of the origins of it. And so in a way, it was kind of I think my first idea was I'm just a crazy reviewer who has all these cartoon characters running around my house like college roommates. Like the wacky college roommates. And that was kind of the start of it, but then I wanted to be but there's sort of a plot hole there. It's where did these people come from? Where do these characters come from? Well, I thought, there's a portal. There's a portal that can go to different dimensions, right? And we're going to explain this more in the Ready Player One review, sort of the origins of the fictional dimensional transporter, which is the hot tub that you see in a lot of my reviews. Because it's essentially a portal device. But we're going to explain it a little later. So, basically, that was the start of it, and the show just kind of escalated from there. And with Ready Player One, we're really going to try to get my dream project off the ground, which is this big battle with all these characters. That's what you can kind of expect, because when I watched Ready Player One, I'm it's possible to do now. And I think I can do it. And I can bridge it with the show. So, that's really kind of the whole story of the channel, and then how it escalated into this massive show, and how I just and I think that's just kind of my niche. My show is reviews of movies mixed with fan films. It's essentially what the show is. It's fan films meets reviews. Unlike Indie Fan, where he reviews fan films, mine are just movie reviews with a story in it that involves storylines of other shows and movies, so they kind of are in continuity. So that's kind of the origin. That was a mouth and a half, wasn't it? Okay, so let's get another question. Yeah, I know the cool as ice. It's awful. It's okay. If Kong never existed, where would you think you would be? I'd probably end up somewhere far worse. I don't know. It's weird because my first time I ever saw King Kong, the original film, it was the first one I ever saw. It was in, I want to say, in the mid-late 90s, and my uncles had brought in a couple of movies to watch on VHS. One being the first two Jaws films, and I think Jaws 3 was in there too. We watched all of those, and I consider Jaws one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. Traumatized me as a child. But then we watched the original Kong. And I watched it for the first time, and this is cool. Black and white, real gorilla on screen on a building. That's all I remembered as a kid. And then, funny enough, we watched King Kong Lives right after. So it made no sense how it went from like black and white to color. And I kind of just accepted it as sort of its own what-if sequel at the time. I had no clue the 76 film existed. So, this is funny. So, then so that was pretty much my first experience with King Kong. My second experience was more likely that made an impact was visiting Universal Studios Florida in 1998 and experiencing Confrontation. Now, I know technically it was on its last legs because it closed down in 2002. But I had the privilege of writing it both in 98 and 2000 and experiencing the Eighth Wonder. So it wasn't only just seeing this guy on the screen. You saw him for real. And it was terrifying. That brought in the fear aspect of Kong for me. Seeing the original ride and seeing the animatronic, and he breathes banana breath and he shakes the train. I was terrified. I wouldn't even take a picture with them with the photo op, which I regret to this day, which is why I made a Photoshop version. That's the one thing I've been searching for. If that Kong bust exists, I kind of want it. I want to take a photo of it just to let it be peace with myself, because funny enough, I didn't return to Universal Florida until 2014. I didn't return to Universal until 2014, and it had been almost a decade. And going to see where kind of my okay, so the Hollywood one burnt down Dark Wolf. The Florida one closed. There were two Kong attractions, so I went to Florida, Universal Florida, in around 2014, and the first stop, I knew my first direction, go directly to where Kong was. And I just had this moment as I turn the corner and I see it, I'm like, wow, this is where it all happened. And a lot of people were like, dude, like, they were all just, some of the employers were just looking at me like, why are you just staring? I'm like, I just haven't been here in over a decade, and I remember Kong used to be here. And I've gone there since, and I've just enjoyed finding any clues I can on it. So that's really kind of like, that was my second experience with Kong, was that ride at Universal. So I think and then finally when we got to where my obsession really started was when the Peter Jackson movie came out. My Lord of the Rings, I had my huge Lord of the Rings kick or whatever. I was really into the character, or I was into Lord of the Rings. It got me into fantasy. It got me into epic films. I adored Peter Jackson. He became immediately one of my favorite directors. And then I found out, he's remaking King Kong. Huh, okay. I think he could do a good job. I didn't really think of it at the time. I mean, I didn't even watch the production diaries until the DVDs came out. So, I remember prior to seeing Congo 5 in theaters, I actually did check out the original. I rented it at my local video store, and I loved it. I watched it again. I hadn't watched it in years. I'm like, wow, this is a great movie. I can't wait to see the remake. And I saw the remake. I'm like, this is amazing. This is a great retelling. Since then, I watched the 76 film here and there, but at the time it was too freaky for me. I was a weird kid. But then as time went on, and then I watched the production diaries and the behind the scenes. That was my film education, was behind the scenes stuff. And for Kong, it was like watching the Peter Jackson documentaries was really something. It really gave me a real mindset in the filmmaking process. And I think what really tipped my interest was the 1996 script and realizing that would have been a way better movie. And then since then, I watched other films. I discovered other people were into Kong, like I am. In fact, James Rolfe was into Kong. And I'm like, oh shit. I have something in common with the pioneer of YouTube, one of my idols. So that's really where it kind of sprung from, and then I just became obsessed with it. In fact, I think I remade Kong a few times. I did 2 versions on an old... Actually, do I have them here? I don't think I have them here, but I have these, like... Oh, here. On one of these, I don't... Like, just for example, just one of these old GVC mini DVDs was a remake of Kong, I believe, that has since been lost to time. I made on that. And then I did, obviously, my Lego. I did a Lego version in my early days of YouTube. And then I did a third Lego version, which is the original 1933 film, which you can see on YouTube. Both you can see on YouTube, by the way, on my channel. So, and at the time, I was dealing with, like, really crappy technology. So, around 2010, I obtained a Sony Handycam, a red Sony Handycam, and I went to a trip to Universal Hollywood. First time going to the Hollywood, first time visiting the backlot tour. Had a blast. Great backlot tour. Really enjoyed Universal Hollywood. And at the time, Kong 360 3D had just opened. Obviously, the ride had burnt down, the previous ride, the King Kong Encounter. And I got to experience 360 3D. Yeah, we did, Matthew. If you rewind the live stream, I already talked about it. We talked about it for like an hour. So, anyway, so with Kong, it was like, I kind of went, I saw the 360 attraction, and given I had bought a new laptop, I had gotten a new camera, I figured, you know what? Technology has enough advanced. I know how I'm looking at how my studio program works, Pinnacle. I'm gonna remake King Kong. So this was around my last year in high school. I started writing the script in like, I don't know, like September 2010. I wrote the first draft, and then I cast all my high school friends, and we just filmed that thing for 6 years and $4,000, and I do want to do a documentary on this. I do want to do something like this where I'm just talking about it, like, on camera, and then just, like, edit into the documentary. But that was really just kind of the origins of it, was just all my obsession on all these years just sprung from making the film, my own film, or remaking it a few times, visiting the attractions, just, and then doing my first feature, and then eventually the show. And that's what's kept it. It just kind of sprung from there. That's kind of the origins of everything, essentially. Kong was never my intent in terms of stuff I wanted to do on YouTube. I just wanted to make movies, but then it just became the thing that all y'all stick around for, and I'm grateful for that. So, okay, I'm going to answer one more question, because we're going a little overtime here. I won't count this one. Excited for Kong vs. Godzilla 2020? Yes, I am excited. I am looking forward to see what they do with it. When that trailer drops, you'll see a reaction. And I have plans. I do have 2 plans for Godzilla vs. Kong when that comes around. Okay, so, last question. Fire away and I'll pick one. Because I'm getting tired and I gotta take out the trash. Oh god, it's been like an hour and a half. At least the internet hasn't shut down. Alright, last question from Ethan Doyle. Will I do a review? Will I do a review of your novelization of my Kong film for King Kong Reviews? Probably not. The novelization, I really don't know if I'll ever finish. I want to finish, but I just, right now, I don't have the time for it. I really don't. And I want to finish it. There's so many things I want to tell on fan fiction. Little side stories to my show, even. But I don't know if that's going to be a thing I'm going to do. So, there's that. So, that's it for this live stream, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. Had a lot of fun talking with you guys, opening up some stuff. We had some laughs, really good. Got to show you guys some packaging. Of course, if you guys have any more questions, let me know in the comment section below. And as well, go support us on Patreon. Just $1 more will get you early access to all of our content as well as other special features. And you can also mail us at BigJackFilms, P.O. Box 326, Queensville, Ontario, L0G1R0. We love to hear from you guys. We'd like to see gifts, donations, anything you can do to help support the channel. And if you have any questions you would like to answer, we'll answer it in the live stream. And on top of that, again, our shoutouts this week. Shoutouts to HEWY TOONMORE. Go check out his Patreon. Go support him. Shout out to STARLYNNFAY. Wonderful talent. Go check out her Twitter and all her Instagram stuff. And finally, a really big shout out, guys, to Looney Chi Bunny. She's been a bit down lately. We've been helping her out as best as we can. Guys, go subscribe to her channel. Spread the word. Tell other people to subscribe. I want to help her because she's really not in the best of spirits right now, and we want to show that she has great potential for the online media. So there's that. On top of that, again, guys, if you would like a VHS copy of my Con remake, just send us a message via Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, and we'll send you our PayPal. It's $5 plus shipping. We would like you guys to have copies of these. We're also going to get a DVD out soon. Other than that, tune in tomorrow or Friday, I don't know which. You'll be seeing a new reaction video. It won't be what you think it is. It's not a Thomas video, but it is something kind of interesting from my childhood. So until the next video, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. This is BigJackFilms signing off, and I will end this when I do this whip crack. Prepare to meet Kali in hell. Fuck. Almost. 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 Ow. Ow. Can't do this. Ow. Ah. There we go. Bye, everybody. Adios.